So to begin planning out your design, you will need several pieces of paper, absolute minimum of 4, and some colored pencils or markers. I want you to think about each piece of paper as a page on your classroom site. So as we look at our first piece of paper, it will be our home page or the landing page of our site. It will be the page that shows up first when your students or parents go to the link that you provide for them. I would recommend that you turn the piece of paper sideways, landscape or hot dog view. Since computer screens tend to look that way, I know you can squeeze it down to where the web page might look like more portrait view. And yes, I understand that phones typically would be in a more vertical view, but we'll spend more time on that later. Now, think about what your page is going to look like. Is there a graphic in the top left-hand corner? Is there some type of banner across the top of the page? Is there a menu type list of links to your other pages at the top, or maybe on the left, or maybe as a drop down menu? Or do you have a bunch of images that are going to be your links? Where does it say or make it clear to your audience where they are? What site they're on? What does the main portion or body of the front page contain? You need to think through all of that. Once you have some of the major look decisions made, then there are some details that need to be filled in. The menu that I mentioned earlier that provides options for your users for navigating to your other pages that you're going to create needs to be thought through in terms of what are you going to name those pages and how certain you are that you won't want to add other pages later. As you consider those things for your class website, always try to keep in mind how much time you think it's going to take you to maintain and update your site and how often you'll have to go do that based on what you include in your original design. Here are some suggestions for pages that you may want to include in your menu options: a calendar of class activities and assignments, a page of handouts or downloads or instructional videos, a list of outside links, some online tools maybe that your students have access to, maybe a page of presentations or documents or a supply list for your classroom, a list of parent involvement or volunteer opportunities, maybe your classroom rules and policies, or a page of your bio and contact info, a link to quizzes, a link for them to submit assignments, links to maybe professional organizations within your field, a multimedia page of class photos, videos, or projects, your blog page, a student's blog page, perhaps a Twitter feed if you use that tool. Now, of course, if you include any of these pages in your menu, that means that you will need to create a page for each of those with that content in it later. Now, from here, as you move on within Moodle to the next page, it will provide a link for you to the websites that other teachers who have taken this course in the past have created for you to peruse, and then provide more examples also after that on that page of what your pencil sketches might look like. Hopefully all of that is a help for you to be able to do this assignment. But remember, this does need to be on paper. No digital tools here.